I'm back again. Hello my pretty YouTube family. Now that I've checked that out, I think I'm good. I am here to talk about the elephant in the room. Have you ever found yourself eating food in reaction or response to emotion other than hunger? That's a story that I asked on my Instagram. 99.9% of you responded yes. 30% who saw that story responded. So that was absolutely mind-boggling for me. I spent so much time just trying to wrap my head around how we have come as a society to live in this world. We're making choices based off things external to us rather than what's internal and what our knowing is. It's really kind of confronting. I even put my hand up to it and say that the elephant in the room, it is our relationships with the foods that we eat, or just our relationships with our bodies. I feel like it's body talk is going to be a big thing for me, especially with all my changes. I feel like I really want to share them with you guys. So the elephant in the room. I have been overweight, I've been underweight. I find myself comparing the two and contrasting them both in this world where we're meant to be better than the person that we were yesterday. And for some reason that comparison is linked to how we look physically. I immediately turn to an emotional response within food and without of me, externally, even though my internal calling knows exactly what I need to do, and that is just to be at peace. I've got some tips that I have that I'm trying to work on for myself. I haven't perfected this. This is just something that I wanted to share with you guys because of the response that I had on my Instagram. But I want you to know that you are not your dress size, and your size does not equal your worth. Yes, I'm talking to you, Leisha. And for anyone else who resonates with that, I hope that you can take that away too. Future Leisha, I hope you're watching this, whatever you look like, whatever you're doing. I'm just grateful that you're doing this video. So I'm going to talk about my experience and my relationship with food because I feel like that's the best way to connect and relate to a larger audience. A lot of us shy away from this experience because it's not easy, and I just want to thank everybody who put their hands up to give me some sort of insight into their relationships with food. So I just want to talk about my mindset. I really dove deep into trying to understand myself in these two aspects of who I was as an individual, and I'm just going to get into that with you, and hopefully you can find peace with me. When I was overweight, what was I telling myself? My reason for eating was always to fill a void. It was, you're not worthy. You're not this thing. The punishment mentality to myself when I was overweight was eat more and just give up, because you'll never be this thing. This is this element of me. So I'm blessed to have had both experiences. So when I was underweight, my mindset around eating and the reasons why I would emotionally turn to food would be that you're never going to be better. So why do you try? Eat more so you can go back to being unworthy. And oh, it's just the biggest mind-brain game when you play off those two polarities. It's just, I'm just trying to be here. I'm just trying to live my life, and it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating because even yesterday I still had this issue, and I'm just like, God damn it, Leisha. Why can't you just get your shit together? I mean, I can't even deal. But every experience is happening for a reason. What is the solution, you say, Leisha? You know, you can't be happy overweight, you can't be happy underweight. What is the solution? In my stillness, I found some sort of clarification, I guess, and that is in detachment. We are not a physical body. We are an experience, a spiritual, energetic force that is living this life. We all have a purpose and something awesome within us that is worth expressing through creativity. Whatever your methods are, whatever your flow is, you need to just be able to embrace that, and it's not being overweight or underweight. So what I want to talk about is detachment and how you feel, and when you know you are detached from being overweight or underweight. That is when you're eating with harmony and flow. You're not thinking about what it is you're about to eat next. And this is why a lot of people turn to this restriction of food plans and meal plans, because you're letting go of what it is that you're meant to eat because everything's sorted for you. So this idea of detachment is where you are eating, and in each bite you are grateful. It's not about what it is that you're eating. There's no labels. It's not veganism. It's not bodybuilding. It's not anything. It's just, you know, that this food that you just put in your mouth, ultimately, immediately, your body says, yes, thank you. Thank you for fueling me, for feeding me, for allowing me to experience love and gratitude. That is detachment. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter. Leisha, if you're listening, it doesn't matter what you look like. You are worthy. So the 3 things that I want to take away. Also, I just want to talk to you guys about this experience that I just said yesterday. I'm still dealing with this. It's called the law of rhythm. So in this world that we're living in, we literally go from one end to the other. It's the pendulum swing. We're constantly going back and forward and growing and learning and stumbling and falling and getting up again. It's gonna be a flow, and that's the whole purpose of life, to experience the contrast. And it's exciting because one day we might work really hard and commit to something and see the fruits. Do you remember in the other video when I had this plant is growing so much, and look at this beautiful thing. Oh my God, I've committed to it, and look at it, it's growing. That's exciting. This is what life is about. It's not about what you look like, even with your little burnt bits on here. Look at these little burnt bits. He's still beautiful. Look at you growing. Sorry, I'm getting off track here with my planty, but he's beautiful. And he's growing and he's learning and he's developing and he's getting bigger. And nobody's judging him because he's just doing his own thing. And nobody told him he would grow this leaf, but he's grown it. Anyway, I want to talk about 3 things that really help me when I'm finding myself in this emotional eating state. And that doesn't mean I find the solution in the moment, like when I'm eating a donut or a pizza or whatever, going, okay, ultimately these 3 things, they're going to save me from this experience. No. It's after, when we're trying to get back to detachment, releasing ourselves from the emotions of being over and underweight, because we are just an experience of energy and flow. Okay, so 3 things. The first thing I want you to think about if you're getting into this state of eating because you're emotional, because you're punishing yourself. 1 is to be present and to fully allow yourself to recognize the thoughts and feelings around what it is and why it is that you're eating it or doing it or whatever. This active listening to your internal calling will allow you to listen to what it is that your body is trying to teach you or tell you. If you put food in your mouth and it's just like, this doesn't taste good. The second thing that helps with emotional eating and in life in general, because I feel like sometimes when we get to this emotional state of we've come too far, and punishment and restriction and overindulging and going from the swing to the swing of the pendulum, show up in what it is that you want for your life. I feel for me that when I was at the other end of a spectrum, I didn't want to do the things that I loved doing, and that ultimately threw it out even further. And I know that the experience was something that I was meant to learn, but ultimately the greatest moments in my life happened from when I showed up, whether or not I felt I was ready or not. It was all about courage and just letting that experience give me the confidence that I needed to know that I was worthy. And we can repeat affirmations and we can talk to ourselves in the mirror day after day, which is a very helpful practice. But until you act in situations where you don't have anything other than who you are, you feel and continue to fall victim to fear, which is the opposite of love. The third thing, and this is something that you can really do in a moment of emotional eating, to appreciate that you even have the opportunity to be eating, to be grateful for the experience that you're sharing in a social setting where you might be eating the wrong things that wouldn't necessarily fuel you. If you take a step back and just realize that there is abundance everywhere and you're not lacking in anything. You don't need to overeat because the food's still going to be there at the end of the day, and you're lucky enough to live in this life, in this body. I want to let you know that you're doing well. Even though it might not be reflecting on the outside, it is on the inside. Even in the one-on-one experiences that I'm having every single day, I'm just so grateful that I can share this knowing that I'm not alone. So that's why I'm filming this, because I'm not alone in this experience and I'm not perfect. Just because we're not doesn't mean it's not worth trying to be, and don't beat yourself up about it for wanting to be, because you are worthy of living your best life, and that doesn't have to be in the physical form. It can be in your heart and soul. And I honestly believe that if we just keep turning up and letting our light shine regardless of what the appearance is on the outside, I feel like you're your own worst enemy, and I'm my own worst enemy, and I feel like we're also our own heroes. So yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling. We as human beings continually give our power to the external force outside of ourselves, rather than listening to our innate ability internally to live with infinite love and gratitude and owning our power. This is why I'm filming this video, and if you have liked it and would like to continue to see more of my content like this, regardless of what I look like, I'm just gonna show up for you. I would love you to like this video. And even better if you would comment below if any of these 3 things kind of you tried, or these 3 things that you will be trying, or an experience that you've had. Even if you just want to talk to me about your weekend, or just, you know, talk to somebody else in the comments, I definitely challenge you to do that. Hit me up on Instagram. I love this medium. I love this format, this journey, wherever it shall lead me. Because showing up, just show 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 up in your life, girl. Okay? Okay. How cute was that elephant, by the way? Okay. That's it. I'm not perfect. We're not perfect. We're going out. This is a wrap. That's a wrap. Okay? Experience is allowing me to share it with you, so I didn't talk to you, Siri. I didn't talk to you.
Understand.
Neither do I.
To
I don't know who to
search
talk
the
to.
word for it.
I don't know.